Hello, everybody. It's me. Number 10. The Hook Man. This is an urban legend that has made many people afraid to go out alone at night, especially around older abandoned buildings and bridges. Many people have reported hearing or seeing this mysterious man with a hook for a hand walking around. He's always described as being tall and thin and dirty, and sometimes even with no face. There are said to be many hook men out there. They just appear in different places at different times. There was one case in Houston, Texas, where a teenager was walking home from the mall at night. He had to walk over a bridge by himself because his friends went another way. That's when he heard chains dragging metal moans. Then he saw a man missing half of his face and one of his hands replaced with a meat hook. The boy froze and the creature let out a roar and came closer. The kid ran away fast, though, and he never looked back. Another time it happened in New Orleans. A girl was walking across a bridge at midnight and she heard the same exact chains dragging sound. She turned and saw a man covered in blood approaching her. His arm ended in a hook and he had no face. He started walking towards her and she screamed and ran away as fast as she could. 9. Almana. This is a creature that can apparently be found in the forests of North Carolina. Some say it's related to Bigfoot, or perhaps an entirely different creature. Sightings of the Almona began all the way back in the early 1800s. There have been thousands of reports since then, though most recently in 2018. It's said that the Almanta looks like a giant ape-like creature, but it walks on two legs. It stands about 7 feet tall and has reddish-brown hair, glowing red eyes, sharp claws, and enormous teeth. Just like Bigfoot, the Alma has never been caught on camera, and therefore the general public remains skeptical. But there are plenty of blurry photos out there which appear to show the beast standing in the woods. Most of these were taken in the 1970s, and if they are real, it would certainly prove the existence of the creature. 8. Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary is an urban legend that has become somewhat of a meme. She is a ghost who is said to appear in mirrors and bathrooms at night. If you turn off the lights in the bathroom, stare directly into the mirror and repeat her name 3 times, she will appear behind you and slash your throat open so that you bleed to death. The Bloody Mary story is obviously inspired by the biblical Mary, Mother of Jesus Christ. Some believe that Bloody Mary was based on a real historical figure named Mary Worth, who was an executioner in England during the 17th century. Others say she was based on Mary Y. of England. This was the first Queen Regnant of England and Ireland. She earned the nickname Bloody Mary because she executed hundreds of Protestants. And, while we're talking about Bloody Mary, here's a fun fact. Bloody Mary is the most common name for ghosts in horror movies. How many iconic horror flicks feature a female ghost named Bloody Mary? I can think of at least 1 or 2. Number 7. La Loba. La Loba is an evil witch who comes from Hispanic folklore. She is the reason why many women in Hispanic countries fear the night and are terrified of animals that make noise at night. La Loba is typically depicted as an old woman, ugly and scary. She lives out in the wilderness and preys on young women. She often appears in dreams and tells the girls that she wants to take care of them. When they agree, she brings them to her house in the forest where she sacrifices them to Satan. Sometimes she lures her victims with delicious food and drink, tricking them into following her into the darkness. One of the main ways she gets rid of her victims is by chopping them up into pieces. These pieces are then thrown into a nearby river and carried away. No one ever knows what happened to the poor kidnapped girls, and their families are usually blamed for their disappearance. Number 6. Scarecrow. Scarecrows are supposed to scare away birds that eat crops and destroy farm fields. But some say that scarecrows actually do something much more sinister. Some claim that scarecrows feed on the spirits of children. Whenever a child goes missing, the local farmer dresses up a scarecrow to look like the missing child and throws it into a field. The scarecrow then sucks the life force out of the child's spirit until it's too weak to do anything. Children who pass by the field the next day see the scarecrow and feel confused. They don't understand why it looks exactly like them, and they don't understand why it seems to be reaching out to them and calling their name. The scarecrow also begins to move at night and takes on a life of its own. Some say that if you run away from a scarecrow, it will chase after you forever and ever. Some say that if you stand still and don't acknowledge the scarecrow, it will leave you alone. 5. The Black Shuck. The Black Shuck is a mysterious dog-like monster that stalks the coast of East Anglia in the United Kingdom. People have been saying that they've seen this creature since the 1500s. It's said that the creature is massive, jet black, ghostly, and has glowing red eyes. In 1578, an author named Richard Blomefield wrote a description of the beast. He claimed that it looked like a monstrous dog and was, quote, bigger than any dog that I ever saw. In 1863, there was a mass sighting of the beast in Suffolk and Norfolk. An author named J.W. Clark wrote a detailed account of the event. According to Clark, there was a large black canine creature running through the streets, barking loudly and scaring everyone out of their wits. It continued to appear over the years and is still rumored to appear to this day. Number 4. Lizard Man. The Lizard Man is a cryptid who is said to live deep in the South Carolina swamp. Sightings of him date all the way back to the 1930s, and according to those who have supposedly seen him, he is about 7 feet tall. His skin is green and scaly like a lizard, and he has huge claws on his hands and feet. Some say that the Lizard Man is a deformed human, maybe someone who got caught up in some kind of genetic experiment gone wrong. Others say that he is an actual reptilian creature living among us, the same type of creature that conspiracy theorists say control the world. There have been multiple alleged sightings of the beast, and there are dozens of blurry photographs too. One photo in particular, taken in 1988, shows what appears to be the Lizard Man, leaving huge footprints in the mud. Number 3. The Vanishing Hitchhiker. This urban legend has been around since the 1940s. It involves a person driving down a rural road and picking up a hitchhiker only to discover the hitchhiker is already dead. By the time they get to their destination, the corpse has vanished. The details of the story vary depending on who you talk to, but almost all versions include a male driver, a female hitchhiker, and a ghost who disappears after getting to their destination. The scariest part about this urban legend is that it's rumored to happen all the time, not just in the United States, but throughout the entire world. Number 2. The Woman in White. This is the ghost story most commonly told in the United States. It involves a woman wearing all white who appears and disappears suddenly. She may appear at the corner of your eye and you turn around to see nothing. Or you might see her standing perfectly still at the end of a hallway. According to legend, the woman in white is a ghost whose spirit is stuck here on the earth plane. She is usually the ghost of a woman who died tragically and is now doomed to walk the earth for eternity. Some say that if you speak to the woman in white, she will grant you a wish, but others say that interacting with her is a bad idea and that she will drag your soul down to hell. Number 1. The Manticore. The manticore is a creepy creature that comes from Middle Eastern folklore. It has the body of a lion, the wings of an eagle, and the face of a human. And when it lets out a roar, it sounds like a child screaming. The manticore likes to attack humans and tear them to pieces. But unlike other monsters, it's not just physical strength that makes it so deadly. It's also incredibly intelligent. In fact, it's smarter than a human. It understands how people think and act. It learns human behavior by watching us. And it can even mimic our voices and walk on 2 legs just like us. Thanks for watching. What do you think is the scariest urban legend in the world? Let me know in the comments below, and remember to stay tuned. I'll see you next time. Bye.